Howdy ho, Stampers. Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Today I want to show you how to do this card, and it has a little bookmark that goes along with it. I love, love, love how this card works. You can use this as a bookmark, but you can also, it's a die, and you can also, this is the way the die goes, and that's your bookmark. But if you take and you squish it like this, you can actually make a heart out of it and fill it with candy or, just whatever, flowers, whatever, and then you have a cute little Valentine's Day gift. So I just wanted to show you that you can use it as a bookmark, or that's our bookmark, or you can take and just squish it this way. Oh, you can even use it as a cascader too. You can cascade things out of it. Really, really kind of cute. But I wanted to show you how to do this card. It's very simple. It's one that you can do in no time flat. All right, so let's grab our card layer. This is our top layer. All the measurements will be on my blog. All right, so we're going to take this off so you can see both pieces of it. But I just want to just kind of take and start stamping with you. All right, so my little splat stamp here in the back is one of our ATSs, which is an artist trading stamp, okay, and it's $7.95, or it's free if you are a hostess, and you can use it as one of your free items with a party of $150 or more. So this is the stamp that I'm going to use. I'm going to stamp it in the Limeade Splash, which I just absolutely love. I also like putting my ink to stamp. All right, here we go. All right, and we're just going to take and stamp this just like that. Okay, and put this aside. Now, what I want to do is show you how I did the Wishing You. This is from a stamp set called Birthday Greetings, and just got some really cute little stamps on it. Wishing you a blessed birthday. That's the one I used from this stamp, and I'm going to show you what I did. I lined up my stamp so that in my continuing ed classes, everybody just has to line up the line with the side of the paper. See, we want to make sure that it gets covered underneath our little bookmark right here. So what I did was, to ensure that, I told them to just follow this line right here. So I always make sure that they know that the flower is on top and the letter is on the bottom. Unless we go this way, then the flower is on your left-hand side and the letter is on your right-hand side. But then they would know it was straight up and down. And we're just going to follow this line right here. So everybody's is going to be stamped in the exact same place. That's one of the beauties of these grid blocks. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to take and line them up just like this. I'm doing it with, there we go. I'm just doing it with the, like I said, with the grid lines, just lining them up just like that. And then I'm going to take and this is the part that I love the most. We're going to use one of our silks, and if you can just see the little splatters that are on there, can you see those little splatters? That is our silk. People think it's nail polish when it's over on my shelf, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that you shake it up. There is a little BB, I call it, in the bottom of it, and that helps you shake it up. Make sure the top is on. And I was telling my club members the other day, sometimes you just have to say that. It's kind of like when you buy a hairdryer and they tell you not to immerse it in water. Well, I'm going to tell you to make sure that the top is on tight when you're shaking this, and we're just going to splat it. So you want to take in, if you don't want to get your surface all dirty, you're just going to take a scrap piece of paper. You're going to open up your silk after you have, this is the bronze, okay? You're going to take and you're going to, this is just one way that you can use it. But what you're going to do is, I call it the cigarette method, okay? You're just going to take and you're just going to splat, 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 splat. And you can do it as much or as little as you want. And it just gives it a beautiful contrasting surface. It is shimmery, it is shiny, and it dries really, really fast. I know you probably can't see it, but it is very glimmery. I love it. I absolutely love it. It comes in many, many colors. So you might want to just get a bottle and try it because it is absolutely gorgeous. Now what I did was, for my card, I cut out all my pieces like I normally do. So let's just grab the punch. Hang on. This one is my butterfly punch, and I'm just going to show you one more time how to do this, okay? This is our actual punch. This is where the little flower is, and there's a flower right here. The two of them are going to marry each other. Your handle has to be up when you're putting it on. It can't be closed, okay? That's only for storing. So open up your handle, and then you're just going to take and slide it on. To grab it off, you're just going to push this button right here and slide it off. If you're left-handed, it'll slide on from the left-hand side, and it will slide off on the left-hand side. All right? All right, so now what I need to do is to just punch a couple of butterflies. And there we go. And I'm going to show you that I punched out. This is one of our dies, and this is going to be our heart die. But what I like to do is you can get 3 out of 1 piece of paper, so you can go there and there. But in between these is where I got the butterflies from, so we don't want to waste any paper. All right, so we're just going to grab. Let me see, I only need the middle one for that one. So that's this one right here. So I'm not even going to waste the paper for the other ones. All right, so there is my little butterflies. We'll set those aside. So I have the large, the medium, and the small. And then I'm going to put this in my bucket for another day. All right, so those are going to be the ones for the top up here. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm still working on this piece down here. So let's just grab our Easy Glide adhesive and put some of our layers together. All right, so we have our card base, which is our whipped cream card base, and then I have my piece right here. That's the one that I did all the pieces out of, and you'll notice that I cut out this butterfly right here before I'm putting it on here, so I'm not wasting that paper either. And then I'll just add my top layer, and no one will even know that there is some pieces missing underneath. All right, so here is this. I just love the Easy Glide. I love, love, love it. All right, so here's that. And we're going to add that. You see how you just cover everything up really, really well with your top layer. You wouldn't even know that there were pieces missing underneath there. All right, so it's starting to take shape. Now I have my 2 butterflies. This is my butterfly punch, or my butterfly die, and it actually has 2 pieces to it, and there's 3 sets of these. These are the ones that do not have a stamp set with them, but they are so elegant. We do have other butterflies in the catalog that are bundles that have not only the butterflies but also the stamp sets to go with them. So all I'm going to do here is to just take and use my brush and clean out some of the pieces right here. All right, so the ones I like to grab out before I take them off of the die are these 2 little pieces right here. All right, and then the rest of it's just going to come flying right out. All right, so now I'm going to just change. Well, I don't even have to change it. I can use this one. I was going to get my straight one, but this one will do. And then I just pull it out. Now remember, I just leave a piece of wax paper in there. I just leave it in there. I never take it out. It just stays right in there, and it helps pop this out. So much easier. All right, so let's get off these little chads right here. If you have any that did stay, all you have to do is use your pokey tool or the dental tool. And I do not suggest that you use this on your teeth, though, okay? Just, it looks like one of those, but it's not one that you want to really use. Alrighty? All right, let's just grab. There we go. I could have taken a little bit more time with my brush, but that's good. It's all good. Okay, so there's that piece right there. But remember, we cut out the big piece from the bottom, so that's going to go right on top of there. So I'm going to grab my journey dots. I just want the one for the middle right here. All right. Actually, I'm going to put 2 on there because I want it to be really stable. All right, I'm going to grab 2 of those. I love how these come on the little sheets of paper. I just love that. All right, and then we're just going to line them up perfectly. Right here, let's get that out of there. There's a little chad in there. Okay, line them up perfectly. And then the top one, I'm just going to bend up just a little bit. All right, grab that one. All right, so then I just grab that. Okay, isn't that adorable? Now, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have some of our thread, and this is our thread that matches the ink. All right, and we're going to take one of our larger, no, actually we're going to take one of our smaller foam squares. Okay, we're going to put it on the back of this black piece right there. And watch how I'm going to just take and roll this around. I'm just going to make loops onto I'm just making loops on the back of my little foam dot. Isn't that cool? Alright, let's grab our scissors and just cut off. Now these are the scissors that are just absolutely awesome. They don't collect glue. Alright, so now our foam dot is actually all unsticky because we've got our foam or our little thread on there. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my craft glue and add it to the middle of this. So, because I don't want any more dimension. You know, you don't want your cards to be too thick when you're putting them in the mail, because otherwise you're going to end up having to pay extra postage, and we don't want to do that. Alright, so we're almost done with this part of it. Now let me just show you. You could put, like I did here, one of our rhinestones on it. Remember, those are on sale for the month of February 2016. But I think I'm going to put on one of my little, I could either put a heart one on, or I could put on one of these, and I think I will. I'm going to put on one of these, which are our sparkle dots, and I'm just going to put this one right here in the middle. Alright, I don't know, is that too big? I don't think so. Yeah, maybe it is. Let's go back to our rhinestone. You know, sometimes you just don't know until you've done it, you know. I'm going to just grab my little pokey tool here, put it right on here in the middle, and then just move it around with the side of this one. So if you want it this way or this way, the dental tool works good for that. Alright, so there's those. And then the only thing we have left to make is our little bookmark. There's our card, okay, with our beautiful, beautiful bronze silk on there. And now what I need to do is to add, just add our little bookmark. So let's grab the bookmark itself. Let's take our bone folder here, our crease tool, and just crease the side here. And then we're going to crease this up here like this. Grab our white liner tape. Okay, and I love this white liner tape. It is just so easy to use. Very, very, very friendly. Alright, and you want to get the tape close to the edge of the crease, okay? You want to get the tape close to the crease, not to the cut part. Let me just show you. Alright, so there's our, look, you got so much of it, you're never going to have to buy it again once you buy the first one. Alright, so let's grab our tool again here. Alright, and then just lift it up, just like that. I have a video on just our bloom tool, so if you need to know how to use one, if you've purchased one, you need to know how to use it, hop on over to my YouTube channel, and you can take and learn how to use the bloom tool and all of its accessories. All right, so that's all done. Now let's just take and write stamp our sentiment on here. Okay, we don't want that one. We want the one from this set right here that says "Have a wonderful day." All right, so let's grab that with the black licorice ink, and we're just going to stamp that right here in the corner, just like that. Have a wonderful day. And now they have a gift as well as a card, the two for one. And then all I need to do, let's just bring back in our card and the top that goes on it. Okay. And we're just going to take and add our little butterflies. And we're going to do that with our journey dots, okay? I love, love, love my little journey dots. All right, so here is the medium-sized one is going to have, whoops, I got one that doesn't have a journey dot on there. Alrighty, so we're going to take one, whoops, we're going to take one right here and add that to the medium one's going to get added to the big one. And then let's just grab our little journey dot right here. And this one I'm actually going to take off and roll it because it is so tiny. And we're just going to stick it right here in the middle. Add that to here. Just like that. And then one more journey dot on the back of this one. And our little butterfly is ready to fly. Alright, here's the journey dot. And I'm just going to take and kind of crimp it up just a little bit, add it to here. We could add another little rhinestone if we wanted to. Let's just grab another little rhinestone and put that right there in the middle. There we go. Now we have a matching pair. And then add that to our card And we have a beautiful birthday card. What do you think? Isn't that gorgeous? Ta-da! All right, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Hop on over to my blog and you can get all the dimensions and all the directions and all the components that I used for this card. If you have any questions, like I said, hop on over there. Take care and have a great day.